Second one on the left, Haley.
Coach, would you say that it's helpful having Mastro on staff coming up against WSU, having a little bit of insight to what Leach does and how he runs things?
A little bit, but schemes change and whatnot, and terminology changes and all that stuff. It's helpful. It's great having him here because what he's brought to the table for us, more than having been at a place that we're going to play against. Quite honestly. But anytime you have someone on your staff that has been at one of your opponents' staffs, you always see if there's anything that could be helpful in it. But overall, I mean, the big benefit from him is just what he brings to the table and what he's done for our run game and our protections and he's done a heck of a job now. He's an excellent football coach.
All right, Austin.
Mario, there's been some controversy in the Pac-12 about targeting and how that's been enforced. You had one Saturday that was kind of a borderline one. What did you see when you look back at that play with Carl Bergen? Is there like a teaching point you pull out of that in terms of teaching guys what to do when they're in position to hit the quarterback?
It is. I think everybody's in a tough spot because those things happen so fast. And I think that the entire country is teaching the right stuff. I don't think any coach is teaching a player to target. What happens is, your eyes lead your body, and you're looking at guys that are moving as fast as they can against guys that are moving as fast as they can, taking particular angles as it relates to their assignment. And sometimes it's just on you. And but the rule is what it is. I'm certainly not going to contest it or complain about it, but it's difficult. It really is difficult, and it's tough when a player is trying to do the right things, and he ends up being ejected in a critical game. At a position where the depth certainly is an issue. So tough call, and I think we see examples on a weekly basis how difficult it is to officiate that stuff. So credit to the officials. They're trying. They're trying. I think it's always going to be controversial because of the ramifications of actually getting a targeting penalty. It's pretty severe, and it's game changing. It's a difference maker.
We have time for two more, Matt and then James.
I know you can't speak too much into specifics about it, but can you maybe explain the strategy of having a big recruiting weekend like you did for this game of this magnitude, and just kind of your feelings of how it maybe has gone?
Mm-hmm. Well, the part that's difficult about that is that you really can't spend much time around them. But we make every family that takes an official visit during the season, we make them well aware of the fact that we're not going to be able to. We're preparing our team, and I kind of joke with them and tell them, it's like, well, if your son was here and I'm supposed to be getting him ready for the game, but I'm hanging out with somebody else's parents who are thinking about coming here, what am I doing for the program? But I think, and I also told them, I think it's important for them to watch us work, to watch us around our players, to watch us work our craft and our processes. So philosophically, I think it's good. I think it's good especially for those that have been here a few times already and that haven't seen the game day experience. I think that's great. I also think a moment like that's hard to duplicate now. I know those things are impactful. Is it ever does it make it the tipping point for a decision? I don't know. I think a lot of times prospects have their decisions kind of made before they announce them. But certainly things like that, they don't hurt it. Now, the way Otson, is alive and rocking the way it does, that is the ultimate difference maker. It really is. When people see the passion, the pageantry that surrounds Oregon football and get to experience it live, and especially on a day like that, that part of it, without question, is extremely impactful. So I'm glad they were there.
All right, last question, James, here in the middle.
All right, we didn't have a chance last week at the timing of the announcement, but there was discussion at the Pac-12 about replay procedures and this controversy that's been going on in the office. Mm-hmm. I think you could appreciate that where we were both at previously, Steve Shaw would be facing far greater scrutiny than what's going on right now. What is your reaction to Woody Dixon's previous involvement and the current replay procedures in this conference?
You just reminded me of a kick six there. I had to get refocused there for a second. It certainly was not a good experience. In terms of the officiating stuff, I don't have a comment. I don't. I know that there's some challenges that come with it, and certainly I think controversy is always going to follow it in one way or shape or form or another. But I think we trust the conference working hard to get everything right. So I wish I could give you a better answer, something that carries a little bit more teeth and substance, but it really kind of is where I'm so dialed into what we're doing and everything else that goes with it that I don't have any more.